Uh, Here I am again, flying solo the second time in 3 weeks. I flew solo. And last week it was Rob supposed to fly solo, but Johnny joined him, and now this week it's back to me. So yeah, let's get this going. Come on. Where you at? Where you at? There we go. Yes, Maldacito, it is I. HW, baby. Back for solo part two. Part deux. Yes, up. Looks like just you and me there, Mr. Maldacito, because nobody else has joined it. But Comic Book Bob got called in to work early today, so he was going to try to join me today, but he says he's got not so good signal from work. And then last week, Valentine's Day, I was stuck at work. It was buy one, get one from 5 to close yesterday. So, yeah, I didn't get out of there anytime soon. Who the hell's calling me? They can call me back later. Nope, hold on. Yep. Sorry about that. But yeah, so let's do it. Let's do it. Where's it at? Where's it at?
So,
What's up?
so,
What's up?
so,
Hello.
what's up?
What's up? What's up? Solo man again. Probably not going to talk as long as I did last time, but I do want to do a little bit of the GBU here today and then move on from there. So let's hit that up. The good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah, and my good, my bad, my ugly. Oh, kitty. Getting made by my kitty right now. My good is just a continuation of the Bloodline storyline with Sami Zayn. I'm really happy to see the Kevin Owens involved in there and see where that's going to go. If you saw Raw last night, that was the opening segment was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens coming out. Kevin Owens pretty much telling Sami Zayn, yeah, I'm done. If you want help, go ask your buddy, Jey Uso. So, yeah, but the continuation of that, I really like it. Love to see where it goes. Hopefully it what is wrong with this? There we go. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Palicito. Short show. But yeah, just continuation of that storyline. We'll see what it goes. I mean, the rumor was Zayn and Owens versus the Usos. You still got what? April 1st and 2nd, I think, is yeah. Come on, Tessa. Let's get on TV. Yeah, go to a little podcast with Tessa. The 1st and 2nd, so what? 21st today, you got 31, 7, 39 days till the first day of WrestleMania. So, we'll see. But I don't know if they'll have Sammy on both Raw and SmackDown every week to build up any kind of storyline with that. We'll see. Obviously, the Usos. Um, and I don't know where it goes. I really don't. We'll see. I mean, right now with the WrestleMania card, you've got it's shaping up pretty good. But anyways, good, the bad, the ugly. The bad. I'm just tired of seeing what they're doing with Jade Cargill. Do something with her. I mean, she's got a title belt, and they keep just throwing ham and eggers at her. Are they waiting for Chris Statlander to come back? Maybe, but can you at least give her some kind of legitimate competition between now and then? And what happens if Statlander doesn't come back? She has a setback to injury. You're just prolonging it. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. And my ugly, I'm not going to talk about the matches on Saturday, but my ugly is Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Spears F5, Spear F5, and Hurt Lock. And the match is over by DQ because Lesnar kicks rear leg, kick him in the balls. Like, come on. That was stupid match. And what? I think Bray Wyatt said he wanted to come out and challenge the winner of that match. So it's going to be Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley. I don't know. For me, that was just awful. Let's see. Malasita, what do you got? Did enjoy Retirement of Great Muta. The bad, too many big shows on the same day. The ugly, Tony Khan versus Hawani. Yeah, I really didn't read up into too much of that, so I don't have a whole lot to talk about. Tony Khan versus Hawani. I know there's some bad blood, and I think he called him Snowman or something. I think that's what Hawani called TK. But who knows? Who knows? And, there's supposed to be a big announcement tomorrow on Dynamite from Tony Khan. I think the big announcement is Forbidden Door 2. It could be a streaming service. It could be something to do with Ring of Honor, but I think it's really going to be Forbidden Door 2, honestly. And, is it going to be in Chicago again? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Are CBB and I going to go again? Maybe. Whoa! Hey, it's he's here in spirit, Mr. Sup, Comic Book Bob. You should, I don't care how weak your damn signal is, you should be here with me. Okay? Figure it out. 2 weeks out of 3, I'm running solo. Last week, you had a partner, okay? We better be here together next week because that'll be 4 weeks if we're not together next week. Rob's favorite number, 4. Woo! Rob thinks he's talking about our taping starting. They already announced it, but I honestly think it might be Forbidden Door or streaming service, one of those two. Yeah, sorry guys, had to work, and he is barely able to even type this. He must have very piss poor service. I'm thinking that's what it is. Yeah, hopefully, if it is Forbidden Door 2, because that's one thing that possibly could happen. Hopefully, these guys stay healthy for it. It really would be nice. Yeah. See, Malasito would tea with me, but he's driving. So keep your eyes on the road, Malasito. Keep your eyes on that road. Never know when grandma's going to try to cut you off. Or move over without signaling. Gotta watch that. But yeah, so hopefully if they do, because we didn't have Bryan Danielson last year. He was out injured. I can't remember who else rumored. CM Punk was possibly injured, or he was injured. So, is he going to be back in AEW? Who knows? Who knows? But, we'll find out tomorrow. And then I've got to look at the card. I do apologize. Flip it over here. Elimination Chamber. Let's talk about that from Saturday. The first match. Oh, hey, Bob, if you want, throw in a GBU, good, bad, and ugly, if you're able to type that out and you got a signal to do that. But I'd like to know what your good, bad, and ugly is. And before I get too into it, I had this for last week, but obviously I wasn't here. The Jay Briscoe. Let's bring that down a little bit. Jay Briscoe, reach for the stars. Reach for the sky. Pick that up from is it Pro Wrestling Tees? All the proceeds go to Briscoe's family. So I couldn't help but throw that out there. But the card, I believe the first match was a women's match, Elimination Chamber match with was it Asuka, Carmella, Raquel Gonzalez, Nikki Cross, Natalia, Liv Morgan. Start off with Liv and Nikki Cross, Liv and Natalia were in there. Then Raquel, then Nikki, then Carmella, then Asuka was the last one in there. I was hoping for Asuka versus Raquel Gonzalez as the last two in the ring, but Carmella and Asuka, I don't get the fascination with Carmella. I really don't. I'd rather have seen Raquel Gonzalez and Asuka going at it. I think that would have been a compelling storyline, but Carmella just doesn't do anything for me. Really doesn't. I figured Asuka was going to win. I mean, I picked Asuka to win that match several weeks ago. Just Asuka versus Bianca Belair seems like the best matchup to me. Nikki Cross, Natalia, Liv Morgan. None of them are going to win. You've already seen Liv Morgan, with the title. That just no. And Carmella doesn't do anything with the title, to be honest with you. So Asuka versus Bianca, I think is a nice fresh matchup. If you can see the Sinister Asuka there, I think that's going to make it a little bit better, honestly. And I'm looking forward to that matchup. The next was my ugly was Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. You knew it was not going to be a long match with these two guys. They just can't go. You're never going to see an Iron Man match with these two guys ever. They just can't. But the F5s, the spears, the hurt lock, tap the hurt lock, and like I said, the low blow mule kick by Brock Lesnar, really, and then he F5s the referee. Just didn't like it at all. So, Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. I thought it was a pretty good match. One of the better matches of the night. Dominic out there on the outside really didn't do a whole lot, but Ripley taking the loss, and she's set up to go against Flair at WrestleMania. I would have probably had Edge win it over Finn Balor. Me? Hey, Mr. Boogie Bentley. Boogie Woogie. Oh, there he is. There's Boogie. Hey, go Big Orange. Yeah, GBO. Mr. Boogie Bentley over on the Talking Vols Network. He was talking a little bit the other day about baseball season starting, and I am I love baseball. My favorite sport. So hopefully Tennessee has a good season this year. I'm obviously Boogie would know better. Tennessee's chances of being in the College World Series. Not sure how their team stacks up this year. Oh, yes, more people do need to watch baseball. I'm not a big fan of the enlarged bases going on this year or the pitch clock, and then they're testing automated balls and strike counts in the minor leagues this year. Loses some of the luster when you start changing it too much. I am in favor of the eliminating the shift. I think that really will open up the game more. But So Boogie, like I said, if you have any inkling on how Tennessee might be doing this year, I know the season has started, but what their prediction is as far as the team this year, that'd be great to hear. And Boogie, what do you think? A, about Elimination Chamber. B, Tony Khan, what do you think his big announcement is going to be tomorrow? Let's see. Next, after Edgen, the mixed tag match, you had the men's elimination tournament. They've already spoiled that Austin Theory was going to leave as champion because they had some kind of promotional thing about him still carrying the title on some TV show or guest appearance, something like that. So it's like you knew he wasn't losing the title. And then you got Logan Paul come out to interfere with Seth Rollins, setting up Logan Paul versus Seth at WrestleMania, which I think was going to be a great match. Seth Rollins, one of the best in WWE right now, and I think he can get the best and have a compelling match with Logan Paul at WrestleMania. So let's see. Yeah. And then the last match of the night, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Go Guardians. Yeah. Hey, see, there you go. Right there. Bob just leaving Hollywood out here on his own. Work is no excuse. You had a partner last week, Bob. I got nothing. 2 times our last 3 weeks. Go Guards, but to me, they'll always be the Indians. That's me. I hope it's not something to do with TNT or TBS. The basketball stuff was goofy as hell. Rampage. Yes, it was. Yeah, real life gets in the way sometimes. Who cares? Yeah. Rampage was mid at best. Rampage was mid. The crap with Do or do not. There is no try. Okay, remember that. Speaking of which, Mandalorian season 3 starts in a couple weeks. Get on with what? Hey, I was talking something with Boogie about baseball, and I'm talking about Elimination Chamber. Okay, you calm down there. You're not here, so I do what I want. Anyways, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns comes out first because it's champion's prerogative. Yeah. They wanted to milk Sami Zayn and the Montreal crowd as much as possible. I mean, why not? I mean, give Sami his time to come out there, have him come out second. The crowd was white hot for him. Hometown. He's got his wife and his grandfather, kids. Anyways, they're at ringside, and it was great to see the crowd behind them. I knew Sammy wasn't going to win. They weren't going to have Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. I don't care how white hot Sami Zayn is, that match wasn't going to happen. But good match, really good match across the board. Sammy with a couple of hula kicks, spears from Roman Reigns, Superman punches, some 2 ref bumps. The one ref, the original ref, was out for 10 minutes? Like, I've never seen a ref bump that long. And then, you had obviously had Usos coming down there. Jimmy comes out, hits 3 super kicks on Sami Zayn and a splash, and Zayn kicked out. Then you had Roman Reigns with a chair, since there's no refs, with a chair, gives it to Jey Uso, and he refused to hit Sammy with it, and then they got this all messed up. But then when Sammy tried taking out Roman Reigns, missed and hit Jay instead, and then it was Reigns hitting a spear. Jimmy and Reigns continued to attack Zayn, getting beat up with the chair. Reigns hit him, I think, about 6 times with the chair. Kevin Owens comes out, breaks it up, doesn't do anything really with Sammy. And then, obviously, like I said, yesterday, Monday Night Raw, to start the segment, Roman. Sami Zayn comes out, calls out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens says, "I want nothing to do with you. I was there. I was all alone when you were with the bloodline. So if you want help, ask Jey Uso to help you out." And he left the ring. So, like I said at the beginning, not sure where that's going to go with Jay and Sammy and Kevin Owens, but we'll see. Let's see. Cody has to win at Mania. That's got to be the story. Win a title and then go retire with AEW. I really wish they would split the titles up. I really do. The tag titles and the world titles. It doesn't do anything when you have both titles held by the same person or the same tag team. Just needs to go. Yeah, Maldacino does want the Andre pop. What happened with Punk? Cody wants to go back and right the ship. He didn't. He's not happy about what happened. Yeah. I really think he wanted to win and want to get away from Dusty. All makes sense after the contract back to AEW. Yeah, it's possible. It really is. And then WWE's come out and they want a big name, looking for a big name. Jay White's apparently not the big name they're looking at. They're looking to try to get Kenny Omega to WWE. If Kenny goes to WWE, right now he's the U.S. title belt in New Japan, like what Bob said. If Kenny goes to WWE, he's going to have to drop the title for New Japan because WWE is not going to give Kenny Omega the freedom that he has in AEW to go wrestle in New Japan. It's not going to happen. So if Kenny's going to have to give up that freedom to go wrestle guys over there. Okada, no. It's not. Ibushi, who's a free agent, no. Yeah. No. Leave me alone there, Tessa. Is this not going to happen? He's not going to have that freedom to go over there and do what he wants. I mean, Tony Khan lets him go over there. I mean, yeah, Kenny's got friends in a WWE. the Good Brothers, AJ Styles, Finn Balor. He's got those guys over there. But again, if you want the freedom, stay in AEW. If you want to be handcuffed, go to WWE. Kenny's not going to WWE. We've heaven and earth to get him to jump. They would. I mean, could CM Punk play a part in Kenny leaving if Tony Khan can't mend the fences, but he wants CM Punk back? I still can't see Kenny giving up New Japan, and then the possibilities of something like that. Plus, like, Kenny's 39, he's gonna be 40 this year, and he had a serious injury. I mean, he was gone for what, 9 months, almost a year. Damn it, GPS. An hour in traffic. Oh my God, he's still stuck. What's the guy here, Bob? Kenny's not going W to have to. Yeah, that's right. I know you did that. And then another thing with Sami Zayn. Honestly, news has come out that Vince McMahon wants $9 billion for WWE. $9 billion. Who could afford that? Comcast already said they're done. Disney, Disney's losing hundreds of millions of dollars. They are not going to be able to afford $9 billion for WWE. Maybe a streaming service out there, maybe. But the biggest one that could afford that is the Saudis. And if Saudi Arabia buys WWE, Sami Zayn, done. Because they still have the deal with 2 events every year in Saudi Arabia for the next 8 years, I think. And, if Sami was champion, you want your champion in a match in Saudi Arabia. He's never going to go there. So there's another reason why you don't put the belt on Sami, because you're not, unless they split him, you're not going to have Sami Zayn ever as your undisputed champion if there's still a deal with Saudi Arabia, or Saudi Arabia buys WWE. He's as good as gone. And if he's gone, Kevin Owens might be joining them. So, yeah. The only way Kenny goes to WWE is if he really wants one WWE run, but I don't see him giving him enough clout to make the jump. Yeah. Twinkle Toes McFinger Bang, as Mr. Jim Cornette calls him. Just don't see it happening. Yeah, no one outside of Saudi Arabia would pay that. And what do we got here? Let Disney buy it and kill it like the rest of my childhood. Yeah, they're already killing Lucas films. They're already killing Marvel. What's one more thing for Disney to just take a piss on? But yeah, $9 billion. Plus, even if a company can afford to buy them, no company has that amount of money to be able to pay for it. So you're going to have to get banks or other investors. If you get banks involved, banks are going to charge you interest. Say you had to borrow $6 billion from several banks. Okay, those banks are going to charge you interest on that $6 billion you just borrowed. So your purchase price of $9 billion, by the time you're done paying for it, you just spent $13 billion. Just saying. It's going to take a while. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Goodbye, Sammy KO and Cena. Saudi Arabia buys WWE. Cena's done, pretty much done, anyways. He's in Hollywood with The Rock. Rock's got XFL. Rock does not ever need to do anything with WWE ever again. No. Maybe you might see an appearance from The Rock if his daughter gets called up to the main roster and wins the title there. Possibly. But beyond that, I don't see The Rock ever coming back to WWE. That's not in a match. I mean, he doesn't need to. But yeah, they're done. Vince is work. Rich Zesky now, but you ask for the moon, and then you can negotiate from there. But if you start low, you're never going to get here. You start here, and you can always work your way down. You got to haggle, like on Pawn Stars. Got to haggle, try to bring that price down. But even at $6 to $7 billion, there's nobody out there. What's all the matter? Trying to make me fall asleep while I'm driving? Hey, gotta talk numbers, baby. Numbers. Hey. But yeah, so we'll see. I did not watch Rampage. I did not like the whole basketball segment with the Elite and AR Fox. Just seemed dumb. I mean, you had the All-Star weekend. Who cares? The All-Star game is nothing but running up and down the court and shooting the ball. There's no defense. There's no defense in the NBA All-Star game. None. As you can see by the final score, it was almost 200 points apiece. There's another math number for you, Bottle Cedar. Don't fall asleep. But to me, this is Steiner, man. Steiner. But, talking about WrestleMania right now, was it like just, yeah, you're right. Mercedes Moné is the new IWGP Women's Champion, beat Kairi Sane the other day. And shook hands, had a nice, end of the match. But is Mercedes AEW bound? Possibly. Could I see her in AEW by the end of the year? I could. What I'd really like to see is what? Oh my God. What the hell? Shoot, that ditch came out of nowhere. No. If you want to talk about ditches, the ditches on, and Bobby can attest to this, I'm sure, the ditches that used to be on Route 83 from Detroit Road all the way down to Mills Road, those ditches were car swallowers. Those things were so big. I saw cars going in there in the wintertime. You if they didn't have headlights on, you wouldn't even know they were in the ditches. That's how bad they were. But I would love, if they're going to do Forbidden Door 2, Mercedes Moné in a match at Forbidden Door 2. That would, I think if she came out, came out, I think you would have as big a reaction for her as you had for Claudio Castagnoli when he came out. You think she shows up at Revolution? Okay. Think she shows up at Revolution, but don't think she signs with AEW exclusively. No, I think she does. Who'd you like to see? Mercedes versus Hayter. I can see that. What about Mercedes versus Jay Cargill? Nothing about that, Mr. CBB. But right now, I think the 5 matches. You got Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. You got Bianca Belair versus Asuka. You got Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. You've got Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. See, Jade's 75th win. I talked about that earlier when you weren't on, Bob. They're saving Statlander for Jade for Statlander. The problem is what if Statlander has a setback? You're feeding Jade all these ham and eggers. I want to see her before she goes up against Statlander to face somebody legitimate person. If all you're doing is giving her ham and eggers, nothing but sloppy seconds, give me somebody who's going to actually give Jade a match before Statlander. Something. I want to see something before Statlander because you've got to have something just in case Chris can't come back as soon as you want her to. But yeah, so like I said, right now I see 4. If they do Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, that's 5 matches so far for WrestleMania. It's a 2-day event, so you've got a lot going on. I hope they do a Intercontinental title match. You've had Elimination Chamber for the U.S. title, which again, Austin Theory won. But what are they doing with Gunther? He's Intercontinental champion. They're not doing a whole lot with him. If I'm Tony, I bring in Jordan Grace. The bitch can wrestle, and she's built like a tank. Okay, all right, cool. Maybe that's your backup in case something happens with Statlander. And it was nice to see Adam Cole back, even though it was a sit down with Renee Paquette, but he's going to be back soon. But you have 2 days of WrestleMania. Obviously, they've already said Roman Reigns versus Cody is going to be night 2 main event. I think you put Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte as your day 1 main event. And I honestly would put the title on Rhea Ripley. I'd give it to her. And then Charlotte's at 14 titles reigns so far, I believe. So only 2 away from tying her daddy, which I think she'll have by the end of the year. I think she'll be at 16 at least by the end of the year. So if you're putting the title on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, to put it back on Charlotte a couple months later, there's number 15. And then maybe at Survivor Series, that's where she gets win number 16. That's what I would do. They have to bring back Statlander at a Long Island show. She needs a big return pop. Yeah, like I said, as long as she's healthy, that's the important thing. I mean, she's got to be healthy, bringing her back. You don't want any setbacks before she comes back because, build up. You don't want a Veer Mahan build up for Chris Statlander that doesn't pay off. And I want Brock versus Gunther, but we're not going to get that. Yeah, I don't see that either. Right now, you've got maybe it's at WrestleMania because Bray Wyatt, and Uncle Howdy said they want to go against the winner of the Bobby Lashley Brock Lesnar match, which is Bobby Lashley. So, can we see Bray Wyatt versus Lashley in a real match? Or we're going to see another pitch black Mountain Dew match with Bray Wyatt, which was dumb. And you know, Bob and I have said it before. Where the hell is this whole thing going with Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy and everybody? It's not a secret that Bray Wyatt is Bo Dallas. That's used under that mask right now. Now, will he ever reveal himself? Yeah, there you go. Never thought I'd say this, but I give less of a shit about Bray Wyatt now. I'm done. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just dumb. It's just dumb what they've done with Bray Wyatt since he's come back. I don't know the end game for that at all. I really don't. Who knows? Who knows? Now, if they split the titles, Universal and Heavyweight Championship, I'm trying to think, how could they do that? I was talking to Bob because you never know if they have a draft, because the draft never works out. They have the draft to split these guys up, but they still have them on both shows. Maybe it's something to do with the draft, splits the titles up. I personally would love to see the winged eagle belt come back that Cody Rhodes would love to have back. Will it happen? Who knows? Do I expect Cody Rhodes to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? I give it a 75% chance that he does win. We'll see. Like I said, it's 39 days away from now for WrestleMania. Well, day one, 39 days away. But we'll see. I mean, they could do a three-way with Cody, Sammy, and Roman, and they both pin them. They each get their respective belts, which roster they're on. See, somebody at work mentioned about the fact that it could have a three-way at WrestleMania. The problem I have with having a three-way is it dilutes the significance of the Royal Rumble. You win the Royal Rumble to have a one-on-one matchup with the champion, not a one-on-two matchup with the champion. It's a dumb idea, but it's totally yeah. And Maldacino, shame. Ran a red, no cop, no stop. Yeah. Be careful, Maldacino. Be careful. Yeah, it just, to me, it just dilutes the reason why you have Royal Rumble, why you have a winner in Royal Rumble against one-on-one. Also, so right now you have the two women's titles, the unified men's title, and that's it being defended at WrestleMania. They need to have all the titles defended at WrestleMania. The tag titles, the women's tag titles, the Intercontinental, and the U.S. belt. If you're not going to have all the belts represented and defended, what's the purpose of having the belts? And the speculation is right now, because they had Lita out helping Becky Lynch the other day against oh my God, am I having a brain fart? Damage control. And they're talking about having Lita and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control for the women's titles. They had Trish Stratus in Canada. They're supposed to bring her out yesterday. They never brought her out. They were supposed to have her last week as well. Never brought Trish Stratus out. So it's supposed to be Trish, Lita, and Becky Lynch versus all three members of Damage Control at WrestleMania. The only reason they said they didn't bring her out is because Dakota Kai is hurt. So we'll see. Let's see what we got here. Ronda and Baszler versus whoever has the women's belts will happen too. I hope so. But right now it's Damage Control has the belts. I can't see them taking off Damage Control anytime soon. There's no pay-per-views between now and WrestleMania. I don't believe. No, because it's only 39 days away. So let's say we go WrestleMania 2000 Fatal 4-Way for the title. So who's your fourth person then? If you've got Sammy, Cody, and Romans, who's number 4? No, there you go. Bob says put The Miz. Cleveland's own The Miz. Because he's The Miz and he's awesome. Yeah, Malasita, who's number 4? Who's your number 4 for the title? Logan Paul? No, he's already in a match with Seth Rollins. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice call, Bob. About time you had a good idea. Hey, you know what? Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. KO. So KO, Sammy, Cody, and Roman Reigns. Interesting. You can always go Cody, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, and Omos in the Fatal 4-Way. Fourth can be the winner of the best of 45 match between Ziggler and Ali. Oh my God. No, put Omos in there. Or almost. Yeah, almost. I don't know. And then what is it? Is it what day is it? I don't know, Bob. I don't know if they're doing Backlash this year or not. Yeah, forgot. Sunday, March 5th. So you're only talking a short time away. What? Less than 2 weeks away is Revolution. And right now you've got Daniel Bryan versus Bryan Danielson versus I'm just gonna mess it up. Bryan Danielson versus MJF. You've got Moxley versus Hangman in a is it Texas Death Match? So she's talking about a little bit of AEW. You got those two matches. I'm sure you'll have Wardlow versus Samoa Joe as another match. It's a possibility. And Yeah, Samoa Joe. Yeah, I can see that happening. New Japan Cup starts March 5th. I cannot freaking wait. Oh, there's Bob with his New Japan push. So you got New Japan Cup and Revolution on the same day. Um, and Bob and I were talking about this the other day. Is with this, with the passing of Jay Briscoe, what do you do with the Ring of Honor tag titles? Bob said to retire that version of the tag titles in honor of Jay and have a Jay Briscoe tournament to get new Ring of Honor tag team champions. Have Mark present the titles to the winners, and then what to do with Mark, because I can see them possibly. I would love to see Mark Briscoe as the, if they're going to keep him in Ring of Honor, as the have a opportunity to win the Ring of Honor World Championship. Do you have him win the title have him win the TV title from Samoa Joe, and have him have a run with that? I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I would love to see Mark win the world title for Ring of Honor. Yeah, that's what Bob and I were talking about. Maldacita retired old belts in a tournament. Have the Jay Briscoe Invitational tournament, and our Briscoe Cup is what Bob's got there. And winners get the belt that year, and then every year and after, the winner gets an automatic title shot. Yeah, something, and have, like I said, have Mark come out there and present the titles to the new champions, and be an honor, some way to honor Jay. And the taping should be starting soon with Ring of Honor, so they should be out there really soon. Have Garcia and Guevara win the titles? Maybe. And I can't remember who Bob said he would put the world title on in Ring of Honor. Hicksville, I would love to see that. I'd love to see Jay White debut at Revolution. I think Switchblade is more likely going to go to WWE. Honestly, I think that's going to happen. Is it out around possibility? No. But let's see. What do you got here? Jericho versus Stars. Jungle Boy versus Christian. Yeah, I can see that because Christian's back now. He took his brace off. So see that match happening. Swerve versus Keith Lee and Adam Cole return match. I would love to see that. Love to see Adam Cole. Who he goes up against? Who would you put Adam Cole up against, Rob? Yeah. Even they don't put world title. Yeah, I can't remember who you said also about putting the title on it. I can't remember who you said. He's got all his little followers around with them, wearing the stuff. I can't out the flower or the plumes and everything. Can't remember his name, but put the world title on Joe and put the TV title on Mark. Cole versus Ethan Page should be good. I really like that. The best way to hire a wrestler is to have a sports entertainer surpass them. That's you said Dalton Castle. That's what it was. You said put the world title on Dalton Castle. But yeah, do something with Mark. I mean, get a title on him. And like I said, retire the Ring of Honor tag titles and get new champions. I can't remember who you said you would put the titles on for that too, Bob. There's another tag team in Ring of Honor. You'd put those on. But we'll see. I mean, it's nice to that I don't have Honor Club, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get it just for Ring of Honor. It'd be nice to see. There you go. Gates of Agony. That's who it was. So hopefully they do something significant with Ring of Honor. Tony needs to get that going. But Jay and Mark should have been on TV, AW, a long time ago. It should have taken a tragedy to get them on TV. It should not have taken that. I don't know. And then there's a possibility, speaking of tag teams, that AOP could be back in WWE with Paul Ellering. Could it happen? Possibly. I think adding another tag team to the mix, that's just going to get lost in the shuffle. Because if you're not going to split the titles up, you're not putting them on AOP anytime soon. And what's nice to see is we talked about it, Bob. They're going to have a match or series of matches, House of Black versus the Elite. So hopefully they have a good show and get the titles off of the Elite and put them on House of Black. I love to see those guys with the trios titles. He should. Tony Khan should make the first month of Honor Club free for everybody, and hope everyone forgets to cancel. For $9.99, you can get Honor Club. I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, he should, to get some buy-in with that, and it'd be nice to it'd be nice to see if they can do anything with Ring of Honor with their tape library, get some kind of streaming service so we can, people can watch that along with the Honor Club for the new Ring of Honor. Because if you're not going to get all that on there with the Seth Rollins when he was over there, and Tyler Black was what he was called, and Bryan Danielson when they were over there, get those guys on there. I mean, you have the library. Let's get something done with it. Yeah, Black has been patient. Tony needs to follow up with the promises he made, all the people he brought in, or cut them loose. And, hopefully he also brings back FTR sometime soon. I was just reading somewhere that I think Dax said it, that if Tony called and needed them back, that they would come back, no problem, from the little sabbatical they're taking. The tag team division will always be a back burner brand, no matter who they bring in, and teams just need to be honest with themselves about it. Yeah, tag team division, and you talk about WWE or both? Because I think the tag teams are a hell of a lot better in AEW than they are in WWE. Usos or no Usos, but the AEW tag team division is a lot better. Honestly. God, I forgot there was something else going on. Should bring up the card for tomorrow because there's a tag match that involves. Is it for the shot for the titles, or is it no? It's a 4-way. That's what it is. A 4-way tag title match. You've got the Acclaim versus the Guns, new champions. Oh boy, the Ass Boys are your AEW Tag Team Champions, but you've got the Acclaim versus the Guns. You have a possibility of Penta. Yes, Kitty. Yes, the Lucha Brothers, and which I think they're going to win the match tomorrow. And I can't remember what the other match is on Dynamite. I believe it is to set up a fatal 4-way at Revolution as well. So. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. The E has always been notorious for being terrible with tag teams. AW tag teams have been the same as it was for a while. They haven't, but they claim we're red hot, super hot, and they put them on there. And then Ass Boys signed a new contract, and they put the titles on them, which I don't think is going to be on the Ass Boys for that long. And FTR's contracts are up in April. If they claim don't retake the belts of Revolution, I think FTR takes them. I think so too. Put the titles back on FTR, in April or whatever from the Ass Boys. But again, it's there's a 4-way match tomorrow with and I can't remember all the teams tomorrow, but I'm hoping the Lucha Brothers win tomorrow, and then whoever is going up against on Friday for the fatal 4-way at Revolution for the tag titles. So we'll see. But hey, I can't believe I went an hour. Didn't think I would go that long, but I've been on. It's 8:00. Let's try not to do the solo thing again. I'll do my damnedest to be here next Tuesday. Hopefully this guy right there, Comic Book Bob, will say F you to his boss next week if they call him into work early and be like, no, I've got things I've got to do. I can't be there till I'm supposed to be there. So Comic Book Bob, next week, buddy, you and me. Woo! I'm expecting you there, brother. Expecting everybody to join us too. Hey, you could have said no. You could have said no. Malacito, Hicks Villain. Malacito, hopefully make it home safe, brother. Boogie, thanks for joining me, man. My partner, my brother from another mother, Mr. Comic Book Bob. Thank you for interjecting a little bit in here as well. I know you tried doing it from work and did not have a good signal, but hey, I appreciate it. Follow us, subscribe, share us out there, help us grow. We're at today 77, 78. I'm sorry, 78. We want to try to get to 200 before we hit 100. We're at 153 right now. Share us out, help us grow. If you don't have any friends, quit being antisocial and help us, please. That's all I ask of you. Have a good night, everybody. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh my God. Oh my God, where's it at? Oh, I can't find it, Bob. My bad. Hopefully.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
hopefully you were entertained tonight. So I appreciate everybody being here and joining me tonight.